Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, obviously, chilling outside, per usual, giving him some outside time. He is currently staring at a rabbit that's in our yard. But yeah, today you're coming along with me to a studio open house. It's at this place called Canopy, and Canopy is a gallery. They also have like an open gallery space always, but then there's working studios in there, and there's a bunch of different artists who work there, all kinds of different artists that work there too. So me and my friend Becca, who you've already met, are gonna go check that out. It's a space that both of us have interest in general, so I think it's probably a good idea for us to go see and get like a feel of what I think it's called like First Saturdays. So the first Saturday of the month they do open studio, open house. And yeah, so I'm just gonna take you along with that. This morning I looked through my planner, double checked some things in there. I did my journaling for the morning. I did a little bit of painting, not much because, you know, dry time and all, but did that. Cleaned up the kitchen from the dishes from last night because at the end of the night sometimes I just simply cannot be bothered, and I will just put them in the sink with some water for them to chill like that, and then I deal with them later. And yeah, now we're here. So but yeah, it's a gloomy day out, which is kind of like meh, but I don't think it's supposed to rain, at least. And as of right now, it is 9:22. The open house starts at 1, I believe, and it's I think a half hour away with like traffic, so it's in like I have to go through downtown and stuff, so it's a bit of a trek. But I'll probably leave here around 12:30, 12:20 ish. Oof. And I'm gonna try to eat around 10:30, I think. I'm gonna have a big protein dense breakfast. It's actually what I've kind of been eating all this week anyhow, but yeah, for breakfast I've been having a turkey patty and fruit, and it's like a turkey burger that I've made, and I put pepper jack cheese on it, and then whatever fruit I have on hand. We have kiwis, but I don't think they're ripe. The last time I had one, it was very tart, not enjoyable at all. So we're just gonna hold on those and let those continue to hopefully get sweeter in the fridge. I don't know. And then for lunch, I've been doing canned chicken, hummus, and then cucumbers and pepperoncinis or pickles with it too. And both have been hidden. They've both been doing what they need to do, but because I'm going to be out during my normal like lunchtime, I'm not going to have time to eat my lunch the way I would. So I think I'm going to have a bigger protein heavy breakfast. So instead of 1 patty, I'm probably going to have 2 turkey patties, and we'll check to see if one of those kiwis is right, but I don't have high hopes. I am under the assumption that in fact will not be the case. So it'll probably just be the turkey patties, and then I'll make a protein coffee for the road. And then when Brian gets home later tonight, we're eating the same leftovers that we have been eating for the last couple of days, which have been, for me, a roasted sweet potato and chicken thighs that I have made. They're like kind of like a stir fry marinade adjacent chicken thigh. They're really, really good. And the sweet potato has also been slapping. But I think I might need to stop at the store on my way back home because we don't have a vegetable I want to make. I don't even know if we have any vegetables in the freezer. Now that I'm thinking about that. I think I have frozen spinach, but like that's not what I want to have for my veggie for tonight, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm tired, of course. Says every adult literally ever at any time. Forever sleepy. But I am excited for this open house. I'm going in particular for 3 things. To see the space, because want to see the space and check out the galleries and stuff and studio spaces. My friend Candace, she came to my show, I think at this point will be a couple weeks ago, and she invited me to come check out her studio space because she recently moved into there. So going to see her, and then I met this lovely woman named Dawn, and she is doing a public art project for downtown Austin. And hold on, let me find, because I saved one of her posts on Instagram to remind me about this. Yeah, so she's been commissioned to do a public art thing, and it's going to be kind of a sculptural piece that has to do with people dancing. So at Canopy today, I believe, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, today, also during the open house, she will be doing, she'll be having like music playing wherever she's going to be located for that, and taking photos for the inspiration for her public work project. So I'm gonna go see that, check her out, see what's going on, and yeah, just go support a new cool art girl I met, go support an art friend, go with an art friend to do art things. So it should be a good day. I'm excited. But I do feel a demon in my belly. I have been getting cramps the last day and a half sporadically, because with my cycle I usually get like warning cramps that will happen like the week before, but it's just like 1 or 2 cramps and then like nothing for a couple hours, and another 1 or 2 cramps and then nothing for a couple hours, and that just slowly ramps up. And I also have a lot of back cramping and back pain, like low back pain with my cycle, and my back is kicking my ass hardcore, disrespectfully, loudly. But hey, we're not pregnant, and while children I believe are a blessing, I'm not ready for that blessing right now in my life. So we are grateful for Miss Flo preparing for her visit. Would like it to be a little less torturous, but nonetheless. But he has been grooming, because you can't see him because he's licking his feet. He's been licking his back feet like so much that he's beginning to make the fur on his back feet, specifically his feet, like from the like notch of like their, because you know how like cats' feet, like there's like the long part of kind of like their heel area, and then like the pad of their foot kind of like douche, and then it's like the rest of their leg, you know? So he's been licking from heel down to his foot a lot. So I've been putting coconut oil on his feet to try to moisturize his skin. Now, is that counterintuitive? I don't know yet. Maybe a little bit, because he does lick that mess off. Oh, not my neighbor doing something. Ooh. But he does lick it off, so he is grooming more. But I have noticed, because before he was doing it on like the entirety, like the whole hock and foot sort of situation, and he's not doing that at least anymore. So the fur is beginning to grow back on the upper part of his leg, but the foot he's still very much messing with, and I'm not sure why that is. I can't figure it out. Nothing's changed. We haven't changed any cleaning products. We haven't used any new detergents. His food is the same. All of the things are the same. Hey. But he's been grooming a lot. There's no new stress for him, because like cats can overgroom as a result of stress as well. And otherwise, all behavior is the same. He zooms every morning. He wants cuddles and attention. He's going to the bathroom normally. He's eating normally. All of the things are normal. And when he's uncomfortable, like actually in pain, because I think I mentioned this before, he has had a history of urinary issues. So when he is in pain, he still wants to be near me, but he doesn't want to be touched. And he usually is kind of like, you know that cat grimace scale? Now, while I think the pictures of that grimace scale kind of do look all of the same, outside of like the very first and to the end, those two look different, but like in between, all kind of the same. But for him, because I know him and his expressions, like I can tell when like he doesn't feel well, and he fucking feels fine. So like I'm just like, why are we doing that? I don't know what that is. I don't know why. I don't know. He's due for a wellness appointment at the vet anyway, so this month we're probably going to go to the vet regardless for his, hey, stop it, for his wellness, and then I'll probably ask them about the feet thing, because I don't know if maybe an allergy, maybe he just needs like some Allegra, I don't know, or whatever the cat version of Allegra would possibly be, shit. But he'd just be licking, he'd be doing it, and cats lick all the time anyway, but to the point where I'm seeing the pink of his skin in his fur, because he's licked it so thin that I can just see skin with a dash of some fur. Is crazy. And he's doing it on both feet, it's not just one, so I don't know. Cats. Isn't he so cute? See, like, literally having a good time. Why are you stressing me out like this? Why are you doing that? Why? Yeah, that's not nice. You don't got vet money. You don't even pay rent. Bubs, stop. Okay. Anyhow, I think going to charge you guys, because even though I charge this damn camera overnight, it is for whatever reason at 75%, and I charged the battery pack also overnight, and it's not doing much right now. I don't know why that's happening. I don't know if maybe something wasn't plugged in all the way, which honestly, that's probably the answer. I don't know. But I will check back in when I am eating my breakfast. So, finally eating. It is 11:13. Okay, that's a little too much interest, friend. No. Oh, all right. So, 2 turkey patties, and then I have half of a sweet potato. It's like 100 grams, 70, but 100 grams ish. And then I also have some pickles, and I'm drinking a lychee tea. So that's what we're doing. It did start raining, so I'm still gonna go to Canopy. Honestly, it might be nicer because I don't think there'll be as much traffic because of the weather. So I can take my time and like actually talk to artists and people and stuff. So that'll be nice. I haven't texted Becca yet. I probably should, and ask her if she still wants to go. But I'm probably going to wait until like 12-ish, because maybe the rain will stop. I don't know. So yeah, I'm just going to enjoy this and watch something on my phone, I think. And then finish getting ready. And this is, in fact, what I'm wearing. It very much is giving pajama, especially with the bonnet on right now, but it's comfortable, and I do enjoy a good pattern clash, because this is navy, white, and blue striped, then of course cheetah print, if you haven't noticed this by now. I love an animal print. I love a cheetah or leopard print. I think this is technically leopard, but I love that as well as a polka dot, so I wear it a lot. But since it's raining, I was going to wear my Converse. I have some high top all black Converse I was going to wear. But because of the weather, I think I'm just going to wear a black pair of boots instead. Just in case there's any puddles or anything. Having wet feet might send me into a blind range. So I think it's just smart to wear shoes that are going to keep my feet dry, because I'm trying to have a good day. And I'm not trying to fuck up the vibes with being irrationally angry over nothing. So we're setting myself up, as well as everyone else I interact with today, and we're wearing sensible shoes. Yeah, and then I'm gonna wear these earrings. I have a gold hoop that my mother-in-law got me back in the Philippines, and then these are just like cheapy silver hoops I've had forever. And then I have a hoop stud. I'm not wearing any of my rings right now, but I'll wear my current wedding ring, and then I think 2 other fun little guys. And then I'm using my everyday yellow bag, which you guys have seen before. And I'm really fucking with that bag. She has very much became one of my favorite everyday bags, to the point that I'm not switching it. But also, especially when I have you guys, I do have like cute little cunty bags that I like really enjoy. But like the camera is just long enough that it is longer than some of my like little going out cute like statement bags. So I more often than not am just bringing my everyday, because she's still cute, she's still a statement, but she's just bigger, because it fits you beautifully, and I'm able to carry my phone because I often don't have pockets. Which, please put more pockets on things, designers. I would love to be able to put my phone in my pocket instead of digging around in my bag for it. But yeah, I don't know. Because a fun bag would be super cute. Because I have like this small pink bag that's a square and it has like a big bow on it. And it's like a hot pink, which would be a very fun clash with what I'm already wearing. But the yellow bag also is like a fun little statement with what I am wearing. Because it's a different color from what I'm wearing, but similar enough to the neutrals in the leopard print that like it kind of mimes also neutral, even though it's yellow. I don't know if that makes any sense. In my head, it makes sense. And also I'm just going to do it either way. Who cares? But yeah, I'm going to enjoy my meal, dilly-dally on my phone, text Becca in like an hour-ish. Maybe paint one more time just quickly, because I might have a little bit of time. I don't know. We'll see. But I might dilly-dally and take my time eating, to the point where that's all I'll be doing. And then I'll text Becca and then I'll finish getting ready and then head out. Oh. Also with this rain, it's making my allergies kick up. It's making my ears, like inside my ear, itch. Oh, I hate that shit. I hate it so much. Oh, I hate it. Like, I'll make my inside of my ear bleed from how I'm, like, sticking my finger in and trying to scratch, or, like, with Q-tips and stuff, from how itchy they feel. But I also don't do itch well. Like, I will just scratch skin off my body because it can't be itchy if it's not there. Which I know doesn't make any fucking sense. But, I don't do itchy. Like, the whole, would you choose to be, like, itchy over sticky? I also hate being sticky. Can't stress that enough, but I do in fact have to choose being sticky, because I'm so serious when I say I will just scratch my skin clean off from itching with anything. So, and unfortunate, but I did take my allergy meds this morning. They should start working soon. So hopefully no bloody nose, no ears itchy, none of that stuff. But okay, I need to eat because the clock is a-ticking. This shit's good. I might make a video at some point where I show you. It's super fucking simple though. It's not like it needs an in-depth tutorial. But you cut them in half. I put a little bit of oil on them. Then I do salt, pepper, garlic powder, and then Lowry's seasoned salt. But I do like the low sodium one, so it's like not too salty. And then you coat it with that, put it face down on the foil or parchment or whatever you're cooking it on. And then you do the same thing to the outside. Oven at 400 for like an hour. Ooh, it's so good. I've never been a fan of orange sweet potatoes. Okay. This shit might be loud. Sorry if that was super fucking loud the whole time. Anyhow. I've never liked the orange sweet potatoes a ton because of the texture, because it's just like too soft for me and I'm really weird about textures. But I really, really enjoy it like this. Like the caramelization that happens kind of gives a little bit more resistance, so it's not quite as soft. And the flavor, 10 out of 10. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Okay, so super jump ahead in time. I ended up getting caught up painting and was doing that for longer than I should have been. But my friend Becca did text me. She has a deadline for something she's doing for South by, because that's coming up in the Austin area. So instead, she's going to work on that today. Makes sense, understand. But this weather is fucking foul, man. Like, I have been driving around trying to find... Ooh, actually, we're gonna pause this. I see a parking spot opening up. Hold on. Okay, so back again. I found a parking spot that was a little bit closer that I can walk underneath an awning, because I don't know if you can tell, but crazy rain out here today. Wore my rain jacket. Don't have an umbrella, which very much... The only time I remember to get an umbrella is when it's already actively raining, and then I forget about it any other time. So I'm just perpetually needing an umbrella or something and then never having it. But we're going to brave the weather. We're going to get inside Canopy. I don't know if I said this already or not, but it is way fucking busier than I thought it was. I initially wasn't too worried about getting caught up painting, because I was like, oh, the weather's gross. I'm sure, like, parking isn't great at this place, but I was like, I'll find parking. Like, it'll be fine, and I shouldn't have to look that hard because of the weather. I imagine not as many people are going to come out because of that. And my goodness, have I been incorrect in that belief? Because yucky, yucky, yuck. It's super packed, a lot of people, weather gross. No, thank you. So, if you can't tell, I am just procrastinating on getting out of this car. I sure am. I don't want to go in the weather. But, I can do it. How are you?
Excellent. How are you?
Good.
Would you like a free guidebook?
I have these.
Excellent.
Is this
Yeah,
this one's
this
new
is the
though?
show right here. Yeah, feel free to take a flyer.
Sweet.
All of these are Canopy artists, so you can see more of their works on the second floor of Building 1.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Of course, enjoy.
Thanks. We are back home, but before I kind of settle in from being out, I wanted to do a quick little outfit check. So, like I said earlier, this is navy and white striped, and then my cheetah print, and then I have a forest green raincoat, which was a necessity with this fucking weather, and some boots, and then my nails are kind of fucked and have paint on them, but besides the point, they were really cute. But rings, and then ring, and then like I said, was wearing my yellow bag earlier as well. But yeah, fitty fit. I think it was pretty cute, pretty comfy, and my jacket, I think, added something to the outfit. So nice, happy accident with that. This is the fit without the coat. I think either way would have been cute. I do think the coat didn't distract. I think it did add. I liked the additional layer, but yeah. And this is something that one of my sister-in-laws gave me. They know that I love an animal print. And she had asked me to borrow a piece of animal print clothing from me. And she had happened to go thrifting and found this in another one. And this is the first time I've worn and styled it, because the cut is a little different than a lot of the other sort of cardigan layering piece sort of things that I have. But yeah, I love a pattern clash, and I like the way this hits. I like how long it is with the dress underneath. I think that looks nice. And then, like I said, the boots. Kept it simple, and thank God I wore these fucking boots, because my feet 110% would have been wet, and I would have been fucking irritated by that. It was like, this is a good day to be a boot girl. It very much worked out in my favor. But as you saw, I did stop at the grocery store. I just needed a couple of things. Tomorrow we have a family dinner, and I am usually tasked with bringing a dessert. And so this time I am making I think it's called a gooey lemon cake. Normally I do Biscoff banana pudding or some sort of banana pudding. That's like usually what is requested of me, but I want to do something different because for dinner we're having a crab boil, and the Biscoff, like creamy, delicious, but like very heavy with a heavy thing, felt like a lot. So instead I'm trying something new, and I'm using this cookbook that I have not made anything out of yet, and I've had this cookbook for like almost 2 years now. But yeah, it's gooey lemon cake bars. But that's what I'm gonna make, because I thought the citrus would be like a nice bright flavor to end the very decadent meal off with. But I got lemons and sugar and cream cheese for that, because those were the only things that I did not have on hand to be able to make that. And then I got these gargantuan, I think these were Gala apples. And I'm gonna eat one as a snack right now because I'm hungry and I'm not gonna make dinner for another like hour and a half, I think. Yeah, because it's 5:23 and my husband doesn't get home until like 6:40, and usually we eat around 7:30. So I got some time. But I'm gonna put these groceries away, I'm gonna cut up my apple, and then we will yap a little bit about the event. Okay, gardened and cut up my apple and put those groceries away. I do have laundry I probably should have moved over to. We'll do it after. Anyhow, so the open house. It was outside of the parking. Great. I got some clips of some of the stuff that was there. Like the first couple of studios. Actually, honestly, I think I got at least a little bit of each studio that I did go into, or each open gallery space that I went into. The first one was a group studio space that housed all artists with different disabilities. And they had some really interesting stuff in there. My favorite was, I don't know which artists made which thing, unfortunately, or their names. I couldn't really find a whole lot of that very easily. And everybody was busy talking. Good thing, didn't want to interrupt, just enjoyed. And I'll go back, so it'll be fine. But anyhow, there was a pipe cleaner artist who I thought his stuff was really cool. And then there was an artist who did these paintings, but if you look closely in the painting, they, whoever they are, it's like with numbers. So instead of like a brush stroke, it's 9, 9, 9 in an area, or like an 8, and then it's just all 8s or 6s, and that's how they're shading and marking color in places. And I don't know, like it was something I didn't notice initially. Like I looked more like unusual lines that they were using to make the piece, but then when you get closer you notice their numbers, and then you step back away and then you kind of lose it again, and then you see the full image. It was very cool. I liked it a lot. And I love the color choices on those pieces too. Very cool. Then I saw my friend Candace, and the space that, like the gallery space that she is in, with Almost Real Things, is who is heading that space. There was some really cool work in there. I really liked the ceramic, like sculptural pieces on canvas. I thought that was really cool. My friend Swati is in there, and she was working as well as had her artwork. She has a lot of figurative things, of Indian people in their spaces and in traditional garb, or like at the market, and it's just like a stand and like fruit, or flowers at some sort of ceremony or wedding. And like, it's very cool. And she's very talented. The color choices for her as well, like how rich she makes everything, 10 out of 10. Like her work is so cool. But she was in there, and so I got to see her and see her pieces, and that was nice. And then my friend Candace, of course, she's in that space. So we talked for a while. You got to see her and some of her work as well. Love her stuff. I love how big she's going recently. Well, not even recently, but I've always really enjoyed her big pieces, and I feel like she's getting bigger with the scale of her work, and I really like that too. And I love, she had a piece that was a work in progress, and I think y'all saw that too. In the underpainting for it, I love how you can see the colors of that throughout the piece, just like peeking through here and there. Oh, love. And I love getting to see like the progression of that. That's also like really cool to me. Then there was a couple of figurative artists whom I didn't know, but super talented. Their work was really cool and really interesting. There was like a kind of like a full alley of artists who did like figurative and like landscape work, all very good, in the same area. And I think I got a little bit of some of them as well in their work. And then the last studio I went to, and it was because we ended up like chatting for like an hour, that this was the last one I got to see. But it was a duo studio. I'm forgetting the other woman's name, but I show her artwork, and I think her a title card is in there with her name on it as well. Her work is very fun. I very much enjoyed it. It's like scenes of things. And it feels like there's snapshots of a very specific point in nostalgia for her, which I like, that it almost feels like a dream sequence, like patches of it, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that is what she's doing, but that's what it made me think of. Or like stills from like a movie or something. Like they bring up like a feeling or like a smell. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but those who get it. And it made sense to someone, I think. Maybe. Probably not. But her work was really good. And then the other artists in there, and we have been in similar spaces, but have never actually like gotten to talk to one another. And I'm so sorry, girl, if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Like, please correct me if I am saying it wrong. But Tewa or Tawa is how I think it is pronounced. She did say her name to me, and I've forgotten. I'm terrible with names. I'm so sorry. I love your work. You're amazing. You're fantastic. I'm sorry. Please correct however I say your name when I see you in person next. When we get coffee, say it to me and correct me every time, please. I have to say your name correctly. Correct me. But her work, amazing, great. I love it. I love how colorful it is. I love the movement she creates. I like that hers also kind of bring up a nostalgia of like this playfulness of childhood, and it feels like very specific Black childhood nostalgia with cartoons and play and that sort of thing, because of like the color and like in my head what it reminds me of in the time in my life. Like I think of like cartoons from like the 90s and that sort of thing, and that color palette and those movements, and how a lot of the things that were made in the 90s were kind of plays on things like stylistically. Oh my gosh, why is my TV making noise? That plays off of stylistically things that were like more of the 80s, and how that kind of turned into a thread that most of us recognize through like Black media, especially Black cartoons of the 90s and like pop culture in the 90s. Like the color palette and like what that color palette brings up is that to me. But her pieces are to bring joy. That is the point. But her inspiration is actually national parks, which I find very interesting. And I love that. That's so cool. Because I can totally see how the movement of things, or how she's even making landscapes in some of them with her color choices and the shape of things. It's just, they're cool. Anyhow, but she makes really cool stuff, and she does stuff on fibers. And so, I wanted to ask her about like how she does that, what that looks like, because I've always kind of wanted to put my artwork on fabric as well. So I was like, oh, I have to pick her brain. I have to ask questions, because who the hell else am I going to ask? And she's here, so I'm going to ask her. And she humored me and answered, and we ended up having a really good conversation about possible partnership later on, about the production side of that sort of stuff. So, that could be really cool. That's like a thing for like way down the line, but something that research will be done on and will be in discussion of, I'm sure, because it seems like something she does want to do. And it is very much something I want to do. We talked about different, like this shift in the art space that a lot of us are noticing, struggles and frustration, exciting things, traveling, and like balancing building a career while also trying to like rest, and juggling all those things, and how that's like super difficult and how it's very much just kind of like a figure it out and wing it as you go sort of thing. But it was just, like we just, all of the things, like the conversation flowed very beautifully, and she was lovely, and I enjoyed the conversation. So much so that like I said, was the last stop on the open house for me, because we ended up just talking, and it was super nice. And my friend Natalie, who also is one of the founders of Almost Real Things, and she's also a gym, love her. She popped in, and we all talked about those things for a while, and it was just nice. It was nice to have that conversation, and, you know, that community venting and affirmation time with each other. But yeah, I really like the space. After visiting, do think I would like to be in there. When that happens, I don't know. They do have a wait list, or I think they have a wait list right now. I don't know if anything is open, but I am going to kind of check that out to see if there is a wait list, and also pricing for those things. And I have a couple of people who can vouch for me, so I should hopefully not have too hard of a time getting into something like that when I do decide to do it. And also talking to my friend Becca to see if she would want to share studio space still and what that would look like for us to do that. But yeah, good day. Very good day. It's very gloomy and gross out. It did rain most of the day. When I left, it wasn't raining. It's not raining right now, but it does look like it wants to. And ow. It is now 5:45, so Brian will be home in about an hour. So what I'm going to do is enjoy my snack, drink my Waterloo, turn over the laundry, probably paint until my husband gets home. We'll see if I can do that all in the hour. So if I actually do that all, I will show you. If not, this may or may not be the end. I will pop back in to say goodbye if it is, but I'm not sure yet. We're figuring that out. But to apple time, because yummy yum. Painting. I did the laundry like you saw, and now it's actually pretty late. I've been doing this. My husband has been gaming. It's 8 o'clock and I'm getting hungry. He said he's hungry, so we're gonna close out here. Oh, but before, let me show you what I've been working on. Ooh, by the way. Okay. So this is the piece I'm currently working on. I was doing the ribbons, so like the blue portion is what I was working on now. Earlier this morning I did the green one, and then I just chalked in the halo dots that I will be doing. So I just have like a general idea of the landscape of everything and kind of get an idea of proportionally what makes sense and what makes it feel balanced. Because sometimes composition be a bitch. So chalk definitely comes and helps say. But I like it. I like where we're going. Interested to see where we end up. But big fan so far. But yeah. So I hope you guys have a great day, morning, night, whenever you might be watching this. I hope that you had something yummy to eat and that you hydrated and that you were nice to yourself. But yeah, until next time, I love you guys. Bye.